Hey, ever heard of Padlet? Did you know that it is a great online tool for ESL students to learn and practice new vocabulary? My name is Yeva, and I'm an ESL teacher coach, and the face behind the website and community of Simply Yeva. And today I will show you how you and your students can use Padlet to practice and learn new words from the meaning to using them in a sentence. Padlet is a great interactive tool that allows for collaborative learning. In addition, it provides students with authentic ways to use language. And finally, it can be used whether you are teaching exclusively online, in person, or in a hybrid setting. If you like this video, I would love for you to subscribe and like it so that you receive notifications when new Simply Yeva ESL videos come out with their tips. Let's get started. To open Padlet, enter padlet.com into your browser, and it will pull up either a Padlet homepage or your dashboard for those of you who have already used it. So as you can see, I have already used Padlet for several projects, so all of them are displayed inside my dashboard. Now you can do several things on here. You can make a new Padlet. You can join a Padlet with a link provided to you. You can explore the gallery. And today I'm going to show you how you can create a Padlet for vocabulary teaching and how your students can add information to practice their new words. So let's click the pink button with a plus sign, make a Padlet. And when you do that, a page pops up where you have plenty of options on how you want your board to look. So depending on your project, you can choose anything from canvas to show relationships to maps to timelines, but usually for language learning, I have used the wall and the shelf works especially well for teaching vocabulary. So let's click on the select button, and it brings us to a Padlet called My Dazzling Padlet. So obviously this is the title and this is the description. I like how they provide fun titles and descriptions, but obviously we're going to change the title into something like My Vocabulary. And the description is a great place for you to give instructions on what you want the students to do. So for example, find definitions for your new vocabulary words. Then write your own sentences. Oops, I can't spell. Own sentences using those words and record them with the voice feature. We're going to go over all of these steps in the next few minutes. I just wanted to make sure that you are aware of some of the features that are available in Padlet. So obviously, as you can see, you can change the wallpaper. I have chose this pretty wallpaper that I don't want to change, but you can click here and go through solid colors, gradients, textures, pictures, add your own wallpaper. You can change the color scheme entirely. You can change the font, all of the fun things that we like to do, but really that don't change the grand scheme of things. Now, if we look at the attribution, if you turn it on, the author of the post will be visible. So it might be a good idea, especially if you know your students in class, just so that there's no random people joining. Attribution should be turned on. And the other thing is turn on the comments because the comments, if your student shares a Padlet with you and the comments are not turned on, you won't be able to provide feedback. And if the students are working on a collaborative project, the comments are necessary to provide feedback. Sometimes I also like to filter profanity so that there's no kind of like diverted attention from the Padlet and from the studying. Click next, and then you can start posting. So how can you teach vocabulary with Padlet? In a regular ESL classroom, word walls really help English learners to learn and eventually internalize new vocabulary. But when the school is online, what do? Enter Padlet. Once you have a set of words for your students to study, you or they can create a Padlet and write down the word, translation of the word if necessary, and definition, and add an image like so. Here we are back at our Padlet, and an example word that I'm sharing with you today is the word column. So I added the word column, I added the fact that it is a noun, and then using a plus sign, I added another sticky note. Now, the students can write the definition right here. I use the definition from the learnersdictionary.com. Right at the top, if necessary, they can add translation from their own language. And then using the features at the bottom of the sticky note, this one would be upload an image or a file. This one is share a link. We're going to click on Google image search, which will allow us to go into this search. You can search images, videos, GIFs, audio, web. We're going to type in the word column and see what it pops up. I'm going to choose the very first one, and it adds the column right underneath the word. So now think about it. This is right here. There's a word, there's a definition, a translation, an image. This already allows the student to practice the new vocabulary words in a multitude of ways. Now, think about a vocabulary that you're currently working on with your students. What words could you have them add to a Padlet? The next step after understanding the meaning of the word is practicing it. One way you can do it is to assign for the students to create a sentence with a vocabulary word, just like we wrote in the instructions. They can add it right below the picture by clicking the plus button. And I'm going to write a sentence, a sample sentence, just to show you how it would work. That would be, many homes in ancient Greece had columns. Okay, we're using the sentence, we're using the word column, and because we have a picture, we already know what the column looks like, and the sentence is grammatically correct. The students can also obviously manipulate the word any which way. This word column uses a plural, so it's totally up to you. Now, you can check it for accuracy, or you can assign the students to work with a peer to see if the sentence is accurate. And from there, we are kicking it up a notch a little bit more. Now, bringing it to the next level would be if you go to the bottom right-hand corner of the sticky note, there's 3 dots, click on the 3 dots, and you will see again a multitude of options that you can do with this particular sticky note. We are going to focus on the voice feature because that is a speaking opportunity for your students and for them to express themselves and to show how well they understood the new vocabulary word. Click on voice, and this pops up. Your students will need to allow the microphone. Now, the students can record themselves as many times as they need to using the same sentence that they wrote, or if you want, you can ask them to create another one. It is an excellent language practice, and again, they can re-record as many times as they need to until they're satisfied with the result. Not to mention the fact that they don't have to film themselves, which is one thing that many teenage English learners are not fond of. So for more ideas, check out simplyjava.com, and where I share all kinds of tips, teaching resources, materials, professional development. And if you like this video, please like it, click the like button and subscribe to it so that you get notified of more videos when they are released. Thanks for watching, and until next time.